Segundo Esdras 16, versículo 33. Las vírgenes se enlutarán, no teniendo maridos. Sus hijas harán duelo, no teniendo ayudantes. Kahla la Yahweh, Bahasam Yahweh Sai, Bahasam Kakudash, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Sai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Sai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Sai, the water, Yahweh Bahasam Yahweh Sai, Bahasam Kakudash. Doble honrada a los apóstoles, a los ancianos de Yasharala, Great Millstone, y Shalom a los escogidos. Esa profecía se está cumpliendo ahora. Nos estamos muriendo como moscas. Una remota aldea rusa se enfrenta a la escasez de hombres en medio de la guerra de Putin en Ucrania. Vamos a leer el tercer párrafo. Un porcentaje significativo de los hombres en edad militar de la aldea fueron arrastrados por la movilización nacional del Kremlin que Putin anunció en septiembre, incluido un hombre que dirigía la panadería local y otro que entrega agua a los residentes mayores, dicen los lugareños. Ahí está una mujer, en este artículo, entrevistaron una doña, una doña rusa, y ella se está quejando porque ahora tiene que caminar como 5 kilómetros para llenar una cubeta de agua. Y antes lo hacía un hombre, ahora lo tiene que hacer, ahora ella tiene que hacerlo. Mira, eso ha hecho que los ancianos de Bukachaca, así se llama ese estado en Rusia, como Natalia, tenga que acarrear cubos de agua desde un pozo hasta varios kilómetros a pie de regreso a casa. Todavía es invierno y no tenemos limpiadores de calles por lo que está helado. No tienen ayudantes. Porque el que limpia la calle del hielo, eso es como un ayudante. Natalia dice que su hija y su nieto viven en la ciudad de Chernihiv, a unos 50 kilómetros al sur de Bukachaca, y temen que lo envíen a luchar a Ucrania. Tiene 2 compañeros de clase que murieron en Ucrania. Uno fue enterrado recientemente. Era un recluta, dice ella. Mira esta parte. A diferencia de los hombres rusos que se alistaron en la movilización del Kremlin, las autoridades rusas se comprometieron a no enviar nuevos reclutas para luchar en Ucrania. Cuando un reportero notó esta promesa a Natalia, ella respondió: esas son solo palabras. En la práctica los están enviando. Tú ves que eso es disparate. Ellos dicen que no. Para los periódicos dicen que no, no lo están enviando, pero en realidad lo están enviando. Y esas no son las mejores fuerzas de Putin. ¿Ok? ¿Cómo se dice en español? He is pulling his punches. Él está tirando de sus golpes. O él está jalando Salakia. Jalar. Bueno, yo no sé cómo se dice en español esa frase, porque una frase en inglés donde tú sabes, como que tú estás jugando con alguien, tú no le estás dando un puño de verdad, como si tú juegas un deporte con tu hermano, tú tienes un hermano menor, sabes, tú eres un adulto, tu hermano menor es como adolescente, o tú tienes o tú eres adolescente y tu hermano menor es como un niño pequeño y él dice, Vamos a jugar baloncesto o algo, y tú sabes que él no sabe jugar muy bien, entonces tú se lo pones fácil, ok, tú no te pones de que a donkear ni nada de eso, tú sabes, tú juegas más suave con él, eso es lo que está haciendo Putin, ok, que Putin está jugando suave con Ucrania. Ok, él está jugando suave con Ucrania y esa persona, eh, esa frase, otra frase en inglés, eh, cannon fodder, ellos son carne de cañón. Yo no sé si es así que se dice la frase, carne de cañón. Ok, yo estoy viendo el significado en español. Ya yo sé lo que significa en inglés, pero mira lo que dice aquí en español. Carne de cañón es una frase hecha que hace referencia a la persona o grupo de personas normalmente pertenecientes a una muy baja posición social, a las que se expone sin miramientos a sufrir cualquier clase de daño, incluso la muerte. En su origen hace referencia a los soldados o tropas inconsideradamente expuesta a peligro de muerte. Tú ves, esos campesinos que ellos reclutaron en Rusia, okay, ellos son carne de cañón, esos no son los mejores soldados rusos, okay. Ellos no son Spetsnaz, okay. Putin no ha enviado Spetsnaz todavía. Okay, él no va a desperdiciar sus soldados Spetsnaz cuando él tiene acceso a carne de cañón. Y los soldados Spetsnaz son los élites de los soldados rusos. Okay, él no va a enviar su mejor cuando él puede enviar lo peor. Si tú puedes hacer un trabajo con una herramienta barata, tú no vas a usar la herramienta cara y tú no te vas a arriesgar para que se te dañe la herramienta cara. Y eso es lo que está pasando. Esa profecía, creo que dice, vamos a ver el versículo otra vez. Las vírgenes harán duelo no teniendo novio. Las mujeres se enlutarán. Esa doña en el artículo está enlutándose. No teniendo maridos. Sus hijas harán duelo no teniendo ayudantes. Ellos necesitan a alguien para que quite el hielo de la calle. Pero no hay nadie que lo pueda hacer porque están peleando en la guerra. Ok, lo enviaron como carne de cañón. Mira lo que dice aquí. Otra mujer local, Irina, dice que su hijo Hará, de 27 años, había estado extrayendo carbón cuando recibió su aviso de reclutamiento. Como a todos los demás, lo sacaron de su casa, lo subieron a un autobús y se lo llevaron. Dice Irina, quien también solo dio su nombre de pila. Yo tuve un sueño acerca de eso, que estaban reclutando gente aquí en República Dominicana. Y, y el ejército estaba llevando guagua. Ellos no estaban llevando la guagua a la casa, no, ellos estaban llevando, porque ellos saben que en la casa tú te puedes esconder o tú te puedes escapar, no, ellos estaban reclutando a la gente saliendo del trabajo, de que no, montate en la guagua, de que ya tú ponchaste, la última vez que tú ponchaste de tu trabajo, tú estás pensando de que no, vamos a cobrar mañana, vamos a beber, y no, hay una guagua del ejército, y te dicen móntate, como si fuera una redada. Móntate y ahí tú tienes que ir a pelear. Y en ese sueño que yo tuve, el Señor, Él causó una confusión donde yo pude escaparme de la guagua. Y yo fui el único que me escapé. Yo salí de ahí, yo miré para atrás y nadie más salió de la guagua. Tenían miedo de escaparse. Yo me fui de ahí y después me monté en el metro, en el sueño, y de ahí se me acabó el sueño. No, pero muchos de ustedes van a ser reclutados y lo van a enviar a pelear, especialmente este país, porque este país le lambe mucho a Estados Unidos. Y cuando Estados Unidos diga, mira, necesitamos que nuestros aliados, un llamado a nuestros aliados para esta guerra, ¿qué es lo que tú crees que va a hacer el presidente? El presidente va a decir, está bien. Porque el presidente dominicano no quiere que Estados Unidos deje de enviar los más de 100 millones de dólares al año que ellos envían en asistencia extranjera. Y ustedes no ven ese dinero, el gobierno ve ese dinero, que los políticos corruptos ven ese dinero, pero ustedes no ven ese dinero. Como más de 100 millones de dólares anual que manda Estados Unidos a este país. Ustedes no ven ese dinero. Ese dinero es para sobornar al gobierno la para que hagan la voluntad de Babilonia, de Estados Unidos. Y las mujeres dominicanas van a estar igualitas como estas mujeres rusas. Van a estar llorando de que, ay, se llevaron mi marido, se llevaron mi hijo, se llevaron mi hermano. Van a estar llorando, más. Van a mujeres, mujeres, van a ver mujeres trabajando, sacando basura, llevándose la basura. Un trabajo que siempre lo hacen los hombres, pero no, tú vas a ver mujeres haciendo eso. De que la basura, no, tú vas a ver mujeres botando basura. Yo creo que los únicos hombres que no lo van a reclutar obligatoriamente Se van a hacer los hombres cojos, los hombres que tienen condiciones médicas. Y esos van a ser los únicos hombres que van a quedar. Y también yo creo que van a haber algunos que van a resistirse y van a preferir caer preso en vez de pelear en la guerra. Porque si tú te vas a pelear en esa guerra, tú no vas a volver. Porque tú te vas y tú no vas a volver. Y hay unos tigres que son, tú sabes, patriotas. Mira lo que dice aquí. En el artículo, era neutral una mujer hablando de su hijo. Era neutral sobre el tema de la guerra, pero cuando le sugerí que tratara de salvarse de la movilización se negó. Dice Irina. Dijo que si la patria llamaba, pelearía. Ya no traté de persuadirlo. Ese tigre le dijo a su mamá, Zuka Bliat. Él va a pelear en la guerra. Todas esas mujeres están... Nada más, mira, ahí un hombre soltero ahí en ese tiempo va a gozar con todas esas mujeres solteras. Porque esas mujeres van a ser solteras toditas. Van a convertirse en viudas. Porque esa guerra no va a relajar. Esa va a ser la última guerra mundial. Y eso no va a ser, eso es lo que está pasando en Rusia, eso va a pasar en toda parte del mundo. Y no se sorprendan si también empiecen a reclutar mujeres, porque tú sabes que el feminismo, las mujeres quieren ser igual que los hombres. Pero yo te apuesto que cuando llegue ese tiempo las mujeres van a decir, no, yo me voy a quedar en la casa, yo voy a limpiar, yo voy a cocinar, yo voy a cuidar a los niños, yo no quiero pelear. Ahí las mujeres van a querer ser mujeres. Yo lo voy a dejar ahí. Si están escuchando en español, Shalom. Salakia, no, espérate, se me olvidó leer este versículo aquí. Versículo 31. Así también en aquellos días, segundo Esdras 16, versículo 31. Así también en aquellos días quedarán 3 o 4 de los que registran sus casas a espada. Y la tierra será asolada y sus campos se envejecerán y sus caminos y todas sus veredas se llenarán de espinos porque por ellos no pasará hombre. Y después versículo 34. En las guerras serán destruidos sus novios y sus maridos perecerán de hambre. Yahweh Shai ya está haciendo eso. Shalom. Second Ezra 16 verse 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. And this prophecy is coming to pass right now in Russia. We're dying like flies. Remote Russian village grapples with shortage of men amid Putin's war in Ukraine. gonna skip to the third paragraph. A significant percentage of the village's military, this village called Buka Chaka, a significant percentage of the village's military-aged men were swept up in the Kremlin's nationwide mobilization that Putin announced in September, including one man who ran the local bakery and another who delivers water to elderly residents, locals say. The authorities forgot about Buka Chaka. They remembered it only now during the mobilization. Epov says in between calls he fields from people seeking to book a seat on his bus. In the weeks following Putin's military mobilization, news emerged from Buka Chaka that a local man who had delivered water to village residents, including the elderly, had been enlisted for Russia's war on Ukraine. That was confirmed by a local official, Viktor Nadalyev, who told the news portal Shita.ru that the drivers we had been taken away in the mobilization. That has left the elderly in Buka Chaka, like Natalia, to haul buckets of water from a well up to several kilometers back home by foot. You see? Let's read that verse again. Let me read the last part. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. See, that old lady's mourning because she doesn't have someone to help her bring that water. Like she doesn't have a man, right? Because there's a man doing that. It was a man doing that job. But why aren't there women doing that job now? I mean, doing it on behalf of other people. Because, yeah, she's doing it for herself. But why aren't there, why doesn't a woman, start a carpool, get a little truck, go door to door, get some money for the gas and be like, look, just give me your buckets, give me your buckets. I'm going to go fill them up and I'm going to bring them back. Why isn't that happening? So they're mourning because they don't have any helpers right now. It's still winter and we have no street cleaners. So it is icy. It's not easy to haul buckets, says Natalia, who spoke on condition that only her first name be used. See, look at that woman, man. She's hauling buckets. This is like some shit you see in Africa, man. But you're seeing it in Russia. But what's that? You see a truck in the background. Why can't they tell the owner of that truck, look, we're going to give you a couple rubles, for gas money, gather a whole bunch of people. But no, hey, it was probably a man that was driving that truck, and nobody else knows how to drive it, because driving those trucks is complicated, man. That shit is not like driving a car, all right? Driving like a big semi, that shit is complicated. It's like a fucking that shit got so many switches, it's like a plane. It says you can negotiate with private individuals and they will bring water, 150 rubles per barrel. But where do we get that kind of money? So that they don't have the men in the household to make money, because the man is the breadwinner, right? Even in these parts of Russia, they still have traditional gender roles, right? But everywhere else in the world, you got women trying to be career women and all that, trying to be in the military, which is gonna come and bite you in the ass one day. Natalia says that her daughter and her grandson live in the town of Cherny- Chernyshevsk, about 50 kilometers south of Bukachaka, and that they fear he will be sent to fight in Ukraine. He has two classmates who died in Ukraine. One was buried recently. He was a draftee, she says. Damn, imagine you just graduated with a dude from high school, or you're still in high school with him. No, wait a second. They said 18 and over, right? And they may get to a point where they'll recruit even young ones, man, like 13, 14 years old to go and fight. In contrast to Russian men, in contrast to Russia, men enlisted in the Kremlin's mobilization, Russian authorities have pledged not to send new draftees to fight in Ukraine. When a reporter noted this pledge to Natalia, she replied, "Those are just words. In practice, they are sending them." And I said that on a previous lesson on the O channel before, the devil took it down. They could say on paper that the Kremlin could say on paper that they stopped mobilization, but they're still sending them out. All right, and who do you think they're sending out? Do you really think that Putin is sending the A team? All right, he's not sending the A team. He's not sending the B team, the C. Man, he's sending the Z team. All right. Hey, Putin is pulling his punches. He's sending the worst soldiers he has. All right, he's sending these men to the slaughter. All right, like David sent Uriah. All right, he's sending these men like cannon fodder. He's sending them to the front lines to die. All right, he probably just giving them like 2 or 3 weeks of basic training. Like that's enough time to train a soldier. Come on, man. In Bukachaka, women and pensioners like Natalia were left behind after Putin's mobilization. So it's just women. Hey, man, it's gonna be a buyer's market in the dating scene. All right, for men. All right, with all these women, they're gonna be single, man. They're gonna be single soon. They're gonna be widows. All right, some of them ain't never had no kids. They're gonna be ripe for the pickings, man. Another local woman, Irina, says her 27-year-old son, Jera, had been mining coal when he received his conscription notice. Like everyone else, he was taken from home, loaded onto a bus, and taken away, says Irina, who also gave only her first name. And I had a dream. I'll bring this up. I've been bringing this up a lot lately. I had a dream of a draft. All right, here in DR, and it just won't happen here in DR. It's gonna happen everywhere. All right, and in this dream, they wasn't going door to door like that because they knew people. Jake. Jake is smart, man. Jake could hide. Hey, Jake is gonna hide from the draft notice like it's Jehovah Witnesses at the door. All right, but what they were doing in the dream, they were going to people's jobs, man. They was getting people at their jobs. All right, people was clocking out. You're thinking, oh, tomorrow is payday. We about to drink. That's what Jake do out here in DR. They just love drinking on their payday. Jake is like, yeah, we about to drink. We about to get a drink on. No, man, that military school bus came. Said, hey, man, get on the bus. And in that dream, man, hey, Yahweh Bashim Shah delivered me from the draft, man. All right, he caused the confusion where the bus driver, and the guards got off to investigate, and that gave me a chance to escape, man. And everybody else was paralyzed. Nobody else is crazy, man. Nobody else had the guts to get up and run. I was the only one. As soon as I saw, and it's like I knew that Yahweh Bashim Shah had answered my prayers in that dream, because I was praying, amen, that Yahweh Bashim Shah deliver me from this evil, man. Deliver me from this. Deliver me. And when that distraction came, the bus driver hit the brakes suddenly, and they got out, and then the guards that were watching the draftees, they got out too. And I was like, man, this is it right here. This is Yahweh Bashim Shah's doing right here. And I got out, man, and I escaped, and I got on the subway, man, and I came home, and the dream ended right there. But how many? Hey, when that shit, that's not just here in DR, man. Hey, that draft is gonna happen everywhere, man. You know, dudes is gonna clock out of McDonald's, and next thing you know, next thing you know, they gotta say goodbye to the golden arches, and say goodbye to that eagle, man, to that camouflage uniform. Look at this paragraph. He was neutral about the topic of the war, but when I suggested that he try to save himself from mobilization, he refused. Irina says, he said that if the motherland called, he would fight. Hey, and Yahweh Bashim Shah put the spirit, all right, in these people. All right, he put the spirit in Gog and Magog to go and fight. He would fight. I didn't try to persuade him anymore. So when that time comes in America and everywhere else around the world, because when America gets involved, I don't think they're going to be sending, they're probably going to do the same thing Russia did. They're probably going to send, they're going to, you know, instate a draft, and they're probably going to send some of their worst soldiers first, you know, just the green troops, the Z team. And people are gonna be enlisting, man, out of patriotism for Babylon. Hey, if you a Jake and you enlist to the war on your own, hey man, you Sambo, all right? You a Sambo coon. All right, if you do that, after the way America treats, if you're a black, so-called black man, and you sign up to the military, seeing how America treats our people, man, hey, you deserve to not come back from that war, man. And really, none of you are gonna come back. Verse 31, 2 Ezra 16, verse 31. Even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel there through. See, they're not gonna have anybody, landscaping, none of that. There's gonna be no gardeners, no 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 workers tending to the fields. You're gonna have overgrown bushes and all that, looking like I Am Legend. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no help. There ain't gonna be no dudes, no dudes around to do a man's job. All right. And I want to see women. I want to see women working in waste management. All right. I want to see women picking up garbage when that time's come. Because women, hey, they like to cry about equality and all that, but you never see them there's certain jobs you never see women in, but they're always talking about equality. They could do the same thing a man can do. All right, well, where are the women garbage truck workers at? Yahweh Bashim Shazan have these women doing jobs they never thought they would have to do. Verse 34, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hey, so you might have some elderly men who are too old to be drafted, and they're gonna be dying of famine. All right, and the young men are gonna be dying in the war. So there's gonna be nothing but women out there, man. So you can see Isaiah 4 verse 1 coming to pass. 7 women take hold of one man and be like, look, man, my husband died. I'm a widow. Just let your name be let me be called by your name. I'll bring my own clothes, my own, that verse is gonna come to pass, man. They're gonna see these women are gonna see the men of the Lord. They were spared from the draft. They're still out here doing their thing. And they're gonna want to, they're gonna want a bandwagon. All right, they're gonna want to jump on our bandwagon. All right, and we're gonna be, we're fight. The tables are gonna turn. All right, we're gonna be the ones with millions of DMs. All right. Right now, you can look into you can look at any woman's. Doesn't matter. She could be a 5. Not even that pretty or nothing, man. Just average looking. You look at her phone, man. She got like 20 dudes talking to her at the same time, man. Man, I seen some women who I wouldn't even touch with a 6-foot pole, man. Talking to like 7 different dudes on WhatsApp. There's a lot of simps out here, man. Hey, and I hope these simps get recruited, man. I hope they get drafted. And we need a simp. We need a simp apocalypse. Hey, Most High needs to get rid of these simps, man. Hey, and when that happens, these women are gonna be all on us, man. They're gonna be the ones in the DMs. They're gonna be the ones getting left on red. All right, they're gonna be the ones blowing up the inbox. They're gonna be the ones knocking on our doors. I remember back in 2008 when I was way deep in the world. I had a friend who he used to make a lot of money, through illegal ways. I'm not gonna specify how, but. And some other women in the neighborhood, because here in DR, man, Dominican women, you think so-called black women in the States are gold diggers, man. Man, women out here is like 8 out of 10 women are gold diggers out here. And then the women in the neighborhood, man, they started noticing you was getting money. And I'll never forget this, man. It was this one pretty little thing came up to his house begging to be with him, and he never seen her before. He was like, this chick was begging to be with him. She was like, "Oh, let me go out with you. Let's go out." She was like real thirsty, man. And my friend is like, he's no Absalom, all right. He's not some good looking dude or nothing. It's just because of his pockets. They saw his pockets, man. And the chick was throwing herself at him. I never seen a woman throw herself at a man like that before. No shame, and that's how it's gonna be for us, man. When all these when their bridegrooms die, when all these men die in the wars, and these women are gonna come after us, man. They're gonna be, they're gonna mob us like we're the Beatles or something, man. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Call halal, la Yahweh, Bahasam Yahweh Shai, Bahasam Bakabudash, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai, Thawada, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahasam Bakabudash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Yasharala, great millstone, shalom to the elect, Ababa Ball, Abad Kau Gawiyam, Abad Kau Adawamium, Kwam Yasharala, shalom.